Foreign hopes in the red. He is special.
Good old Juanito, a real treasure of the foreign scene. The foreign scene wouldn't be the same without him. So our first map of the very first series of this awesome tournament is going to be played on Acrolite. Acrolite is a little bit unique right now, Tasteless. I think it's the only map with an in-base expand, unless I'm saying something super silly right now. But you do have that pocket expand, and I think this is the only map that currently has one. Of course, there are a couple of other maps out there where it's easy to take an expand. This is not Wings of Liberty or Heart of the Swarm anymore, where taking expands is hard, but this is by far the easiest map. So I was actually kind of expecting maybe even a command center first from Special, but that's not going to be the case at all. Instead, he's actually taking a very interesting route with one of his SCVs.
I gotta say, although I know that Special is capable of doing a macro game and building up, when I first think of him, I think aggression. To be honest, he's always liked to get in your face and do that aggro style of play. Now, if he doesn't do too much damage right away, especially if Stats is going to go for the macro game like we're seeing, then that could be problematic. But he's going to go for this Reaper opening here, and then, okay, he is going to go for a much safer, more conservative, middle-of-the-road play here, trying to get into mid-game and late game.
A Reaper fast expand with a very early SCV scout for proxies. Checking the Zelnaga Watchtower, checking above his natural. I guess he was very worried about a potential proxy Stargate. This is definitely one of these maps where pros players every now and then go for a crazy proxy, or maybe even sillier like the double robo proxy. But Seth's not proxying at all. He just had a normal scout with his probe, and he's gonna go for the 1-gate fast expand. I'm a little bit surprised to see Special Scout this much. I guess there is a lot of pressure on his shoulders, and the last thing you want to do, you've been working towards this tournament for months, and before you know it, you're down 0-1 to a proxy target. He's like, there's no way I want to find myself in that position. But of course, he did sacrifice some minerals by sending out that SCV that early.
You know, here's one of the things you got to keep in mind, even though it's different worlds of success here from Stats and Special. By the way, Reaper doing some scouting, now getting driven out. Even though you have two different worlds of success between these two guys, all Special had to do was qualify. He's on even footing like everybody else to actually get through this tournament and maybe even win.